NFC East: Dallas Cowboys, New York Giants, Philadelphia Eagles, Washington Commanders. NFC North: Chicago Bears, Detroit Lions, Green Bay Packers, Minnesota Vikings. NFC South: Atlanta Falcons, Carolina Panthers, New Orleans Saints, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. NFC West: Arizona Cardinals, Los Angeles Rams, San Francisco 49ers, Seattle Seahawks. AFC East: Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins, New England Patriots, New York Jets. AFC North: Baltimore Ravens, Cincinnati Bengals, Cleveland Browns, Pittsburgh Steelers. AFC South: Houston Texans, Indianapolis Colts, Jacksonville Jaguars, Tennessee Titans. AFC West: Denver Broncos, Kansas City Chiefs, Las Vegas Raiders, Los Angeles Chargers. The Chicago Bears finally got a win over a team over .500 on Sunday. Barely, of course. The Bears have built an 8-3 record, which is fantastic, but they have done particularly well in two areas: beating bad teams and winning close games. Of the Bears' 8 wins, 7 are against teams at .500 or below. The best win came Sunday, a 3-point victory over the 6-5 Pittsburgh Steelers at home. The Steelers had Mason Rudolph replacing an injured Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. The Bears are used to close wins. They have victories by 1, 5, 4, 2 and 3 points, and some of those tight wins are against some of the worst teams in the NFL: Raiders, Commanders, Bengals, Giants among them. They have a point differential of -3 this season. There's a reason they rank 22nd in DVOA, which is up from 25th last week. There are reasons to doubt the Bears and their staying power. But a Black Friday game over the Eagles provides a chance to legitimize everything Chicago has done so far. The Eagles are 8-3 and also angry after blowing a 21-0 lead to the Cowboys and losing on Sunday. Chicago doesn't have a win anywhere close to as good as beating the Eagles on the road. The Bears don't need to win at Philadelphia for their playoff lives, or maybe even to win the NFC North. But if they care about proving themselves as more than a team boosting its record with a great record in close games against a cotton-soft schedule, this is a high-profile chance to shut up critics. Here are the power rankings after Week 12 of the NFL season. 32 Previous ranking 32 Tennessee Titans 1-10. There are signs of progress. The Titans didn't lose by fewer than 8 points in their first 8 games. They've lost by 7 or fewer points in 3 straight games, to the Chargers, Texans and Seahawks. You can make an argument they're better than the Raiders right now. 31-31 Las Vegas Raiders 2-9. The Raiders fired offensive coordinator Chip Kelly and senior offensive assistant Bob Bicknell. The biggest problem the Raiders have, by far, is their offensive line. Their offensive line coach is Brennan Carroll. He's head coach Pete Carroll's son. Brennan Carroll still has his job. 30-30 New Orleans Saints 2-9. Sunday's loss was disappointing. The Saints had an extra week of rest due to a bye, and were hosting a Falcons team that has been fading. And they were never in the game. It's a reminder that even though the Saints have moments of competency, they're still a bad team. 29-29 New York Jets 2-9. The Jets changed quarterbacks and scored 10 points in a loss. One interesting development in a lost season is that receiver John Mechie III led all receivers with 65 yards and scored a touchdown for the second straight week. Mechie is a former second-round draft pick of the Texans and is just 25 years old. 28-24 Arizona Cardinals 3-8. Jacksonville was the first team to win a regular season game with a turnover margin of -4 since 2020, according to ESPN's Michael Duraco. That means Arizona was the first team to lose at +4 in 5 years. The Cardinals have lost 8 of 9. Jonathan Gannon is in real trouble. 27-27 New York Giants 2-10. It's awesome that the Giants put on a thrilling show with Jameis Winston at quarterback. It was also fitting they found a way to lose to the Lions in overtime. Had they won, the discussion this week would be if interim head coach Mike Kafka has a shot at getting the job permanently. 26-28 Cleveland Browns 3-8. Shedeur Sanders deserves credit for making major strides from his first game to his second. Not to move the goalposts, but it happened against the putrid Raiders. It was still a promising first start and the Browns are making the right call giving him another start in Week 13 versus the 49ers. 25-26 Washington Commanders 3-8. Jaden Daniels hasn't been cleared for contact and he's unlikely to face the Broncos this weekend. So our Sunday and Monday night games this week are Broncos at Commanders with no Daniels, and Giants at Patriots. The NFL loves its NFC East teams in prime time, no matter what. 24-23, Cincinnati Bengals, 3-8. Joe Burrow is expected to return this week and it's mostly for entertainment purposes. The Bengals have a 1.3% chance to make the playoffs, via DVOA. Playing Burrow will be discussed in the media, but Burrow wants it and head coach Zach Taylor might not feel great about his job security. 23-20, Minnesota Vikings, 4-7. It is hard to bury a player after 6 games, but J.J. McCarthy's miserable 57.9 passer rating is as bad as you'll see. He's in concussion protocol, so undrafted rookie Max Brosmer is likely to get a start. And it'll get really awkward for the Vikings if Brosmer plays well. 22-25, Atlanta Falcons, 4-7. The Falcons have Kirk Cousins under contract for 2026, though it's at a ridiculous $57.5 million salary cap number. Could Cousins create a QB conversation going into the offseason if he plays well to finish the season? Michael Penix Jr.'s injury history isn't going away, after all. 21-22, Miami Dolphins, 4-7. The Dolphins should get tight end Darren Waller back from injury this week, which is another boost as they try to make a push to get back in the playoff hunt. It's still incredibly unlikely they make it back in the race, but winning games lately has been a surprising turn of events.